I'm going to work on the cluster, which I've already started. I was going to film it, but had four people in here since I started this morning, 5 actually, and I didn't get very far in filming. But let me show you what I've done so far. This is the circuit board that came out of it. Had extensive damage on it right here, and I tried to repair it, but I couldn't well enough to work for time. So I bought a new circuit board, installing it on the back side of this. Now it installs fairly easily. I got this from LMC, by the way. It just slips over these pins. You got to change this out from your old one. I'm sure they sell that new too. I put a little dielectric grease on every one of the little circuits, these copper circuits. I'm in the process of installing the gauges. I have one more to do, and I'm going to do that right now, which is fairly simple. Just a couple of studs in the back end of it. Push it in gently. Hold it. Have these cap screws that go on. And I want to be careful because you can push these studs out. Don't ask me how I know that. I told you not to ask me. Okay, I pushed too hard. Now if I drop this, you're going to all laugh. It wouldn't be funny, but I guess it would be. You can't see what I'm doing here, so I'll get up here so you can. You're right there. This goes on very carefully. There we go. I got it started. Come on. Come on. Oh, what? Why aren't you going? Bring this one in. I may have to take this apart again. That's just turning on me. Whoops. Well, I'm going to have to take it apart. Gas gauge doesn't want to work. Now what? Well, I might be to the end of the line on this one. Let's see if I got another old gas gauge. I'll be right back. Hang on a second here. I'm still looking. Well, I'll continue with some of the other stuff. Let's install the speedometer. What I'm working on is this little rubber gasket, trying to figure out how that gets installed, and I think, I'm not positive, it goes in here like this. Well, come on, for crying out loud. Perfect. I'm screwing this in place now. And that driver, oh, that's tight. One more. Put this on. And see how that works. Well, I wish I had a gas gauge. I could finish this. Not without a gas gauge, I can't. There we go. Okay. Now the next is the blank for the tachometer, which just doesn't have one. So, but we still have a blank plate to put in for that. Be this right here. A couple pins. You can't do that wrong. This goes like that. And put the screw in. Tight. Another screw. There, all I'm missing is a gas gauge. Let me keep looking. I'll be right back. Give me a second. I have this cluster here. I'm going to take it apart and see if I can't get the gas gauge out of there. And we'll go from there. I'll set this here. I ordered this cluster online thinking I would replace this one with this one, but one I got online was worse than the one I had. But it did give me some extra gauges. And it does have a gas gauge in it. We'll just see how that's going to work out. There's just a few screws to take this clear cover off. You have to, wait a minute. I don't need to take that off. Yeah, I do. I need to take it off because I got to get the faceplate off of it. Otherwise, I can't. Boy, why do they put so many screws in these things? Crying out loud. There's screws in. That's a little plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws in that thing. In the day's world, it'd probably have 2 in it. A bunch of glue. Okay, why doesn't that come? Oh, there it came. Set that. Where? Right there. Okay. This comes off. Set that there. We'll take these. I'm showing you the back of it. These two, oops, wrong. These two right here. So we're going after the gas gauge. Get that off. One thing about ordering things like this or extra parts, you know, we're talking about an old vehicle here and you just can't find these parts everywhere. So it's nice to have something you can just go pick up off the shelf and use. Come on, Marv, don't be in a hurry. Let it come out on its own. Why isn't it come? There, it came. Okay, here's this. Yeah, see? This is worse than the one I had. I tried fixing it also. We'll set this where? Right over here, because I like to put it back together. Here's the gas gauge. You're right. That needle's white. Let's paint it. I'll show you how I do that. Okay, what I have here is a little bottle of model paint. Shake it up, a little brush, and very carefully slide a piece of paper. I said carefully, like that. Take it off until I'm ready. Yep. What do you well, doggone it. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Okay. Not the smartest thing to do, but it works. Look better? It does. Put this away. Let that dry a bit. Don't want to get my fingerprints all over it. Set that down. And go clean out my brush. You never know when you're going to need your brush again. Let's see here. Got some acetone. All I do is stick my brush in there. It's such a little amount. And I squish it around. Voila! Cleaned. Take a rag. Wipe it off. Go put this stuff away so I know where it is next time. Okay, where am I? By the way, here's the old gas gauge. Yeah, I did the real number in it. I don't know what happened, but whatever. Doesn't work. Now, says let's take this and very carefully, we're going to slide it in here. Hang on a second. I got one other thing I need to do. I should have done this before I painted it. But I do notice just a little bit of dust on this that I want to get off before I put the faceplate on or anything else. Oh, what the world? Ah, I see what I just did. That white paint on there is very sensitive. Not sure how to do that without getting it over everything. But anyway, let's put the nuts on here so this doesn't fall off. See if I can find them. Put my finger on there. Put my finger on there. You know, the problem with me is on this kind of stuff, and even when I was doing construction work, I don't have the patience that it takes for some of this type of work. I just think I ought to be able to slam it together and go with it. But I'm telling you, you have to approach this stuff very carefully, or you're going to do what I did to that other gauge. Let's see here. Oh, no! No! That one's going on. Now this takes about what? 50,000 pounds of torque. Let's see. I better quit. Better quit. Up. Up. Done. Done. Okay. The gauges are in. Now what's next? I'll tell you what. Let's set this right here so it can fall off and break. But let's take this again, grab the other cluster, and throw this broken gauge in there. Daggone it, I wish I wouldn't have broke it, but I did. Grab the two nuts that came off of it to hold it in place. Come on. There we go. Sorry, guys. Well, one of them is not going to go on. That's okay. We'll get it in with at least one. Get this other nut up here. Put this there. And oh, cats covering manure in the sandbox. That's going on hard. There she goes. Put it on upside down. Just not, don't want to lose it. Okay. Put this back on. And grab the old